Welcome into final round coverage here on Go Throw. This is the 2026 MVP Discs Bottle Lake Open. We are right here in Christchurch, New Zealand. This is the final event of our tour down under as well. It's been 4 events in 5 weeks. Crazy time down here. Host Luke Humphries, of course, and Tall Paul Oman joining me again for this final round. The action's tight. It is not the day that we had the prior 2 days.
No, not at all. The sun never really broke through today, so it's just a bit chilly. You might see some folks wearing some extra layers today. I do believe the wind was down. Much easier to throw the disc and know what it was going to do today. But yeah, Levi Stout here really making a statement in the first 2 rounds. And if he keeps doing what he is doing, it's going to be very tricky to catch this man today. A lot of birdies on the course, but this guy is managing it well.
Yeah, he and I both shot a dozen under yesterday, put ourselves up top. We have a little bit of cushion over 3rd place and 4th place, but it's going to be chasing Levi Stout again, which is consistent here.
I just got a note. This isn't your first battle at Bottle Lake with Levi Stout.
No.
So I'm looking forward to a little rematch here, and making his way to the lead card again, Jacob Blair, finding some success across the pond, if you will.
Yeah.
And I love to see it. I think he took down 2nd place at the Orchard.
Yep.
So going to be tough to catch Levi, but still playing some great golf down here in New Zealand. And to round out the card, Isaac Latta, help me out with him.
Yeah, he popped a 9 yesterday. He's actually from Dunedin. All the other ones just go to school there. So he's a local to the area, RPM sponsored. He's going to throw a few different molds. He's got a bunch of game. He can really smash the disc. You don't get a chance to do it too much here at Bottle Lake, but when he does get the opportunity, he lets him rip.
Yeah, I think those sparsely thrown distance shots, once you see them.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the first tee here at the beautiful Bottle Lake Disc Golf Course in the heart of Otatahi, Christchurch. We're at the conclusion of the MVP Discs Tour Down Under season for another year, and what a year it's been. We've scaled the country from Taranaki and Taupo to Auckland and now Christchurch, contesting events up and down the country with some great American and Canadian contingent alongside talented New Zealand players, and we've seen many of them this weekend with 6 Kiwis making lead card across MPO and MPO here at the MVP Discs Bottle Lake Open. It's going to be a battle. We've got 2 Americans, 2 Kiwis featuring on final round MPO lead card action, and what a card we're going to have to contest the final Tour Down Under trophy of the season. You are, of course, watching the MVP Discs Tour Down Under here on Go Throw. And now we welcome our players. First, your overnight leader. He carded a stellar 12 under par. 1060 rated round yesterday. We know all too well this man's got game, and he's taking that game to the US later this year. The highest rated player in the Southern Hemisphere. Give it up for New Zealand's own Levi Stout.
Good time to shine. Last event of the TDU season. Levi making his way over to the States to play some big events this year.
Yeah, he's going to be showing up in time to play Jonesboro, Kansas City, Austin. And then he's going to see what else he can factor in and try and make it to Worlds.
He's here from Wichita, Kansas for the 3rd year in a row in New Zealand contesting Tour Down Under titles. He's a friend to all here in New Zealand. We're going to call him one of our own very soon. The more he spends his time here, the more it seems to be that he feels at home. The front man of Go Throw and an elite professional in his own right. Give it up for Luke Humphries.
What a nice, warm welcome from Henry. It really does feel so good to come back for the 3rd year and just hang out with the friends that you've made, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, you said it. You've got a caddy on your bag that's been there for years. Yeah, you just see old friends. There's nothing like it. Henry calling your name.
Third on this card, a rising star within our midst. He's from Scotts Valley, California, and we've seen him on a couple of lead cards already on the Tour Down Under season. Last week with a podium finish at the New Zealand Disc Golf Open. Please put your hands together for Jacob Blair.
Yeah, 3-time world champion Sarah Wadsworth looking on.
Curious who of the bunch will want to make the return next year from the American contingency that came over this year, you know?
Yeah, we see new players every year. A couple stay, a couple choose to do something else with their off season.
Here for MPO final round lead card coverage of the 2026 MVP Discs Tour Down Under and the Bottle Lake Open here in Otatahi, Christchurch. He is from Dunedin here in New Zealand, making his Go Throw coverage debut. Last year he competed on each and every Tour Down Under event, and I recall him saying a goal this year was to make coverage. He joins us here today. Give it up for Dunedin's Isaac Latta.
Let's see what Isaac can do here on coverage. I see Levi and Luke yourself putting yourself in a good position, and Jacob kind of making the one mistake you don't want to make on hole one, just leaking out left.
Yeah, doing the same.
It's unfortunate.
That is your MPO lead card.
You've really got to pick a spot in the middle of the fairway that you're trying to land here.
This was a nice little shot right here. FX2, same disc he threw off the tee. Actually, we both threw FX2s off the tee, but he puts himself inside the circle with that little up and down route.
Yeah, it definitely looked like that wasn't something that maybe you could base the basket, but he gets himself a look and can clean it up for par.
Overturned my A5 forehand. Started to think about that roof. Kept it low, kept it too low. Levi's been throwing this Takapoo perfect all week long, making it look easy. He's got to tap in again.
Yeah, he can hit that slower mold, and it's just more of a full confident shot. He's throwing it so well, and he's got different stabilities in his bag, much like I see several pros doing with putters. Same mold, more worn in, get a couple of them stacked up, different stages of flight.
Just a little too much hyzer on that one. Grab some chains, though.
Yeah, gonna slip back a stroke on the first hole.
Yeah, it hurts.
Gonna make it
chasing.
Yeah, a little harder to get comfortable, you know? Did that stay in?
It did.
Okay.
It is a little further maybe than it was last year. Matt Bell kind of leaked it long round one and ended up being inbounds as well. So longer than in previous years, but still in players' minds as they're approaching the green.
Absolutely.
Nice par save there, too, from Jacob. Good putt. He's got a great putt. Kind of settles low, uses his legs, and has great tempo.
Yeah, and he's been getting a lot of exposure to being on the road and traveling and playing different events at different arenas, and he's just gathering a lot of experience points. I can see himself settling into that, you know, some of the stronger fields settling in towards the top.
Yeah. He's still keeping a full-time job. He's an engineer as well, so he's doing two things at once pretty well. Harder hole on the course, not the hardest, but definitely one that plays tricky. Requires two good shots to get the birdie.
Yeah, well put.
Heading straight at the Mando tree, that skip was like a little right forward skip. It didn't really hyzer out, so he's going to be in a pinched position. I unfortunately follow the leader.
Man, watch that thing graze on edge. Just found a fat batch of grass to stop it from keep moving left.
Yeah. Adding the proper amount of anhyzer to that FX2 shot, that's position A.
Just a nice height on that shot. Just rode over the ground, maybe not even a foot off the ground there for a bit.
Yeah, it's a good way to control distance. Throw it a little lower. This is Isaac's FD1. Same disc he threw out of bounds on one. Turned it over a little bit. Kind of an over adjustment, maybe. Puts him in a position where he's kind of forced to lay up around this Mando tree. Could have gotten a little more, but still, it's a wide open 200-foot up shot from there.
Yeah. Just get yourself in a better position from there. Don't have to bite off too much.
This is Jacob's. Whoa, hot skip. Didn't see it in person. That is unfortunate. This is D2. He loves throwing that thing. It's got some good flip up for him.
Yeah, and kept it in bounds the entire flight.
I'm trying to squeeze this tree. There was like a sandwich there. And I'd given up one already. I needed to kind of set the tone. So that's my signature D3 from this year.
Kept the fans happy there. They like that.
Got to do something early.
Got a beautiful gallery out today.
Look at this. I'm glad I got to see this angle. Wow.
Little picture frame.
Wow. Terrible skip, unfortunately. Hit some sandy area. Definitely could have gotten himself closer, but that's about 55 feet.
Still, I mean, to be able to get that forward progress from that lie.
And it's a little hot. Got to sit down. Whoa. That's OB there. Checks up just before it.
Yeah, some lush grass back down there behind the basket.
He knows either way.
Yeah.
And he shows you.
Oh, settle in.
Yeah, it's about the same distance, really. We'll go ahead and let Jacob throw this birdie bid.
Bit of foliage in his way there.
Did look like it. Reppin' San Francisco.
Rocky start for Isaac.
The disc just won't sit by the basket.
Right.
Now it's windy.
What?
Dude.
What is he doing that's...
It's not him. It's not him. It's disc golf, dude. This is what disc golf does to people sometimes, and what a can for the quad bogey. Hey, if you're going to get a quad bogey, bang a 40-footer up the hill to do it.
Like, definitely some putting styles kind of, they roll more than others.
Yeah.
There's a lot of angle on a disc. It didn't look like he was doing anything like that, but for it to happen that many times.
Like, the day was definitely less windy, but there were times when the wind picked up.
Oh.
I know. Kind of messed around a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to think about it too long, but that's a stick on the man's that's winning, so.
It's true.
Take it serious.
Yeah. Now I've got the tee box. I got to think applying pressure is the proper way to do it from here. Just try and crack.
100%.
Get him to.
It is your time. You got the box. Throw the best shot you got right here.
Yeah. Going back to that 2025 Spectrum D3 that it's got some good flip up to it. I don't
think you needed the flip up.
I didn't want that much flip up at all. No, I was trying to decide if I hit that flat or if there's some wind out there, and I think I just hit it a little too flat.
Yeah, definitely a smidge though, pushing it that way. So once you tipped it a bit, just kind of went with it.
Kind of the opposite, ending up about the same distance from the basket. A little nose up from Levi. Maybe, yeah, himself wondering about the wind. I mentioned that I thought that there was wind, I think.
This needs to hit some soft sand. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of it up there. Oh.
Get some funky flare skips, and they can find that OB.
For a 40-footer, which is about what he's got there, this ends up being one of the harder baskets to approach.
Oh, she is stable. Good distance on it from Isaac. I think he chose the right disc. Just a bit more angle. He's got an opportunity for birdie.
Nobody is that close, though.
Well, one guy has climbed the mountain.
Dude.
He's in the basket.
Such a good putt. I had the side angle, but the back angle is just as good, man.
That's kind of like a little reverse pressure apply. Oh, psych. That was gorgeous.
Yeah, that was a better putt than the last one, for sure.
Man, I mean, you don't want to see Levi crushing a big putt before you got a little something to work with.
No, at that point, no matter where Isaac hits this basket, it won't let him stay inside 20 feet.
Bro, I'm telling you, there's something in that stroke.
Yeah. I wonder.
I mean, I guess if you get it over the basket, they just go in, but see, his it didn't really have much juice on it. Maybe it's just like extra spin or something that he's creating. Maybe it's not even an angle issue.
Could be. Yeah.
Just trying to talk it out with you. I don't know.
Yeah, either way, I'm just glad my good boy sat in the basket, not losing a stroke on a big putt from Levi Stout. Because that stroke, you don't want to see that early on.
No,
right?
No, not at all.
Par 5, horseshoe-esque Mando tree to go around. You saw it just there. Kind of flares back out. This is all out of bounds to our right. So there are some sketchy lines over that people try for the eagle bid. But most of the time, it's pretty stock birdie.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big decision time for players that want to catch a leader. No.
Yeah. I misread the wind. I walked up to a 15-mile-an-hour wind at that tee box and threw into a 0 mile.
Man, you hit that just a smidge harder, and it's going to wrap around that Mando tree. So, are you drop zoning from there? Or are you?
No, you don't actually go to the drop zone. You got to take it from where it went OB because I missed the Mando yet.
Yeah, you didn't cross the plane. Goodness.
Unfortunate. It was just a full-blown wind read miss.
Yeah, that's a par on a hole that they're not giving you a birdie. This is tight, too.
Stops where it lands halfway on the line. That's safe, actually.
Sandy batch. Yeah, I mean, I prefer the backhand, obviously, because I'm a backhand player. You guys are comfortable throwing the forehand. I think either way works, but I feel like maybe the forehand misses the Mando more. I love this play.
I backed myself up like 80 feet.
Due to where the basket is located.
And I was trying to get a good skip.
I mean, this still, that doesn't, but you can still access the birdie from there.
I was trying to get myself like a 50-footer.
Yeah.
I think was the best case scenario.
Yeah, from here, Jacob is stymied. He can still get the birdie, but like...
Yeah, he chooses to push long left. Kind of playing further away from the basket than I thought he would have, but
this is
maybe he knows
A.
the line. Totally. And he actually had the ability to go over that OB straight at the basket. Chose not to. Mentioned later, there was just like 1 or 2 Twizzlers in the line that he was choosing not to play because of.
Too aggressive right now when he's got this nice, I mean, only 3-stroke lead, but just too aggressive right now when he can throw a safer shot and still get the same eagle.
He's forcing us to do that stuff.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to be doing it.
Yeah. Oh, he finds the avenue.
Look at this.
And gets some love.
Look at that. I assume without tree that's in the raspberries.
100%. Like, you're going to have to ask somebody to get in there and then give him a disc after the round.
Showing off some touch right there. That's his throwing putter. So it's not like a thick-rimmed approach disc.
That's the skip you want.
Yeah, that was my next one. Yeah. The one to miss.
Mm-hmm.
Bail it out right here, though. For the bird.
Man.
Everything is hit metal. That one finally stayed close.
You know what I think? I just figured it out. He's putting the grays. Got to get the white Takapus.
You mentioned it, last round. Seems like white is kind of the color around here. He's going against the grain.
The silvery grays like to run.
Yeah. Nice bird from Jacob. Still gets it, even though he was pretty pinched on that Mando tree. Kind of showing you that maybe this is a par 4.
Something can be changed.
If you have to pitch around the corner and still get the birdie. I don't know. You guys, you tell me.
At OTB, every disc is virtually in your hand, carefully measured, weighted, and examined, giving you the ultimate confidence in your game. Head to OTB now to get your new favorite discs.
Having a PDGA membership is one of the best ways to engage and compete with your local disc golf community. Being an active member gives you access to thousands of sanctioned events and leagues around the world. From local events to majors, there's an event out there for you. So sign up and join the over 100,000 active members today. Visit pdga.com/join to learn more, and we'll see you out on the course.
All right, guys, Bottle Lake is actually the second event of the year that we're offering tour points at, Go Throw Tour Points, which is brought to you guys by Prodigy Disc. And every single week that we have an event, we're going to be doing a custom disc for it. And this week is the A2 and 400 Ultra Soft Glow Plastic. You saw that stamp. You can pick it up at prodigydisc.com/go-throw. And it's a sweet one. I actually love what they're doing over there with the artwork.
Yeah, that artwork is super beautiful. Maybe I'm just biased. I love New Zealand, so.
That goes for the both of us, man. Par 3, little switch up. We've told you before, the change of pace here, I do like. It's a very touchy shot, low ceiling, but it takes full commitment. And only one guy in the field is throwing this full flex shot right here. Oh, that was flying out of there.
Yeah, might not have been close to the basket, but I don't think I was going to find hazard.
No, I don't think so. Would have been left.
Yeah.
It was basically moving straight right to left at that point in its flight. We got a distortion here from Mr. Jacob Blair.
Yeah, a little backdoor action.
You don't see people get through to the pin high putt much, but that's perfect, really.
I like it. If there's a will, there's a way. The distortion.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that name in a while. I love that.
Yeah. I go with a similar-ish disc, the A5. Fan
Slip.
favorite over at Prodigy. Yeah, slight slip.
Slip a bit. Oh, look at that. Nice and tidy.
Could have got to the hazard, I suppose, as I see it there, but
That sand is so grabby, and you didn't really have a lot of angle on it. And I think you hit that little
this is hot.
wall, too. I mean, gonna be a tricky putt. You haven't taken any penalty strokes yet, so there's still an opportunity for the birdie. Got to stay positive. Find this putting stroke.
Just if it can go wrong, it is going wrong.
Honestly, if he just looks about 6 to 8 inches higher, he's gonna make every putt. They're all right on the the stripe. But
You're right. You're
yeah,
right.
just unfortunate.
When Henry said that he had set his goal to get on the coverage this year after playing in our events now for a few years, that's a pretty cool goal. And to watch somebody achieve something like that is awesome, man. Super happy
Unbelievable.
for Isaac
Yeah.
just to be here. We'll be taking the bogey, unfortunately, as the rest of us grab that bird, and we head into seemingly the easiest par 4 on the course. Once you've thrown a good drive, it's over.
It's not. But I like where you're going with that. The good drive definitely sets you up for the birdie. It's very tricky to get to the basket off the tee, but the second shot is crucial to land before the basket because the OB is so tight behind the basket that people are just throwing their birdies away recklessly.
Yeah.
You've got to have some pace on your second shot. Slow it down. Leave it 10 feet short of the basket.
Ah, it's perfect. And he gets the flat skip. He'll be jump putting from there.
Yeah, options from over there. Get the skip, get towards the left, throw it flat and lay it in the middle, and just don't go right.
Little too much flip up there. We're both throwing FX3, Jacob and I. He's got a 500 plastic. This is the 750 Glimmer. This is the Bastet here, which I am finding to be so good.
Yeah, Jacob got dropped down rather than kicking to the right, it looked like.
And I got lucky. We both pushed it a little further than you want to. But, yeah, I'm in a pretty simple spot there.
I love the mid play here. I know it feels like you want to throw the fairway to get, as much distance as you can. But it brings that left side OB into play with more edge on the disc.
Kotari just hammered a 11-speed stable driver. That was a beautiful shot by Isaac.
Whoa, that was a great shot from Jacob.
When he's got that green A2.
Yeah, that's his money disc.
Yep.
Man, he hit it so flat right through his gap. That's what I'm talking about right there.
I have to be so respectful. I would have loved to give it a bid, but it's almost impossible. If you miss the basket, it's out of bounds.
It just doesn't make sense.
It's pine needles.
For you, but not for Levi. Like,
yeah, it feels like it's not the time.
no, still 4 between you.
Yeah. All right. Looking like 3 easy birdies. Jacob, keep pace.
Oh yeah.
It's just like a perfect speed putt.
Yep.
That was weighted.
Definitely didn't look like the most comfortable stroke, confident stroke that he's taken, but it's in the bottom of the basket, and you can work with that.
Indeed. I think pretty typical of the top cards here coming through hole 6. That is one of the easier ones. Hole 7, one of the harder ones. 7 and 8 both played as the hardest hole on the course yesterday. It's somewhat the same again today. It just takes 3 good shots to get up there for the birdie. And that third one, if you're far back, this bunker looms.
Yeah.
And the OB left, OB long as well. It's a very protected green.
Yeah, this hole's got a lot of nuances. The gap off the tee isn't huge, but you are throwing over OB, so likely any tree hit, you're going to walk up to the drop zone and you're going to throw 3. Pretty tricky. OB on the left comes up quick if you leave that edge on it too much. But this is definitely one of those holes that a player can attack for the eagle. And I think that's probably why it's playing the way that it is. People are getting a little more aggressive than they need to be. They're being a little careless with that third shot in, maybe with that bunker.
Good shot. Pretty modest. He's really just trying to hit that gap, move left, set himself up for another stock shot.
Yeah.
Going with a D2 as well. It's pretty high. I tricked myself so oddly on this one. I threw my tee shot great yesterday. I was way up there and tried to go for the eagle. I ended up getting the birdie, but before I throw that tee shot, I think to myself, like, don't throw it that hard. Tone it down. Don't do what you did yesterday. And there's no reason to do that to yourself.
Yeah.
Beautiful shot by Isaac. That's his destroyer, and that's about as far as I've seen anybody.
Yeah, making your decision and sticking with it is very key. You don't want to be in between shots because that's what you're going to do. You're going to throw an in-between shot.
I'm trying to get up here and get right so I can throw forehand into the green. It's inbounds. Very close. Too close, but inbounds. And it sets me up for the angle that I was going for.
Totally.
I can go left of the tree, which takes most of the bunker to play.
I love the angle that Jacob has to work with here. He's all the way to the left, so he can push that right side so much.
Yep.
Still got to be careful.
Not even going full speed here. Dropping down to a fairway. Basically ensuring he doesn't get to the bunker.
Yeah.
He can pull up next to it and have an eagle putt.
That's what you need to do on this hole. You got to hit a big putt. You don't push that bunker. There's that big tree on the left side that kind of creates that low ceiling on the left. And if you can get to that tree, you have a manageable putt.
I was in some thick straw.
No.
Yeah. Ended up just slipping a little bit. Lost some power and it fades out early. I have that for par, so it's not the worst deal.
Right. It's not the worst deal, but it's also still 4 strokes, and just Levi just hasn't cracked yet, you know?
No. Those shots need to land to make this shot have more pressure.
Yeah.
Instead, he knows he's getting one if he slides it up there.
Yeah, he can disc down from the distance that he's at. He's really playing great golf. I feel like the vibes are so high here. It's, there's definitely that competitive bone in all of us, but like, you're kind of just enjoying it so much. It's hard to like really grit. Not many players like can just, just kind of hold that stone face to all the smiles out there and all the love that you're getting. Like, just to put on a stone face and like grind out every birdie. It's hard.
Yeah, you saw everybody else putt out. With this gallery here in this portion of the course, I couldn't find a place to use the bathroom. So I got so far behind, and unfortunately, I just rushed myself a little bit for no reason. End up taking a bogey. That one hurts because I just had to use the bathroom.
Just dropping 2 strokes.
Dumb.
It happens.
It does, but it shouldn't. And it can't if you're trying to catch somebody in the lead who continues to put pressure on us, like Levi, excuse me. He's going to that mint peka, same one he threw on hole 4. He and Isaac actually both threw mint peka on 4, which is like one of the more sought after discs here in New Zealand. It's kind of like the golden run.
Yeah.
When people talk about like the run of RPM discs, it's that mint. And actually, I saw it in Isaac's hand. He's going to throw it again. D2 flips up a little too much for Jacob. I think there was a bit of a breeze out there that he wasn't feeling on the tee box.
Yeah.
He also can smoke forehands.
Maybe trying to put a little extra on it, get close to that gap, and just hit it a little flatter than he wanted to.
Coulda.
He'll still have an angle to get in.
That's not a bad spot.
Everyone's got something to work with here.
Yeah, so I'm going a little faster than I've been going. I keep on ending up in a weird position on the left, and I have to get down on a knee and throw this. So I just decided to throw it in the tree.
Yeah, you might have to get down on a knee from in there, too. Actually, Levi birdied from here?
Yeah, he wasn't in this spot. But I'm still going for the green here. Like you said, I got to put some pressure on him, so.
Ooh, that's a good tree.
Could have been. It could have been a not good tree.
It was high. Things were happening.
Yeah. Jacob, a little out of position, just laying up.
It was kind of that tree reminding you to, like, chill out. Like, hey, not yet.
Well, after the bogey on 7, I'm not very chill.
I mean, you're just thinking about Levi right now. You're not checking scores or anything. Jacob's kind of chilling there, a couple strokes back from you.
No, that shot out of the tree is not caring about second, third, fourth, whatever. I'm just trying to catch Levi at this point.
Well,
he's going to help me out.
One mistake.
So now all of a sudden, if I get up and down, I get a stroke, which is the type of hole that it is.
Uh-oh.
Ends up good.
A little edge on that. Oh, the Goldie.
Yeah, Gold A5.
This thing usually goes where it's supposed to. Come on.
No, that was not good, bud.
He's still got a putt.
43 feet's not where you want your par from.
Yeah, I got to think that, you're not as comfortable as Levi at this point. So
safe to say.
Moving a little quick on the putts. Moving into the basket with that putt.
I focused up. I put some stuff behind me.
It's there. That's a good stroke, good weight transfer.
Dude, I stared lasers into that chain link. I picked one and everything I had into it.
I like it. Keep doing it.
Yeah, it's nice. Jacob's putting PA3s. I'm, of course, putting the new signature mold that I've got, the Good Boy, which is available to you guys February 19th and dealers already. If you guys want to pick that up, prodigydisc.com, or tell your local retailer to pick some of those things up. Great semi-beaded. It's just a little micro bead. Not much to it. It's just a great flyer. Been one of the best putters I've ever used, if not the best. And I can't wait for it to come out in a ton of plastics this year. You guys are going to be seeing it in all the plastics you enjoy. So check it out. Thanks to everybody who has already. Last hole, the front 9.
Last hole, I'm calling it a must birdie. I'm definitely don't bogey off that left side OB, but man, I mean, You picked up one on Levi right there. Could have been the 2 that you lost on the hole prior.
Yeah.
But it's time to put the pedal to the metal here in the woods. And this is a good little statement hole.
Yeah, we do dip into the woods heavy, starting on hole 9, a bunch of OB-lined, very wooded hallways. And yeah, that was the archive, 750 Glimmer archive right there. Great stable mid out of the Prodigy lineup.
Yeah.
I'm going back to the Spectrum A5. This is my favorite throwing putter I've ever had. It's actually got a little bit of flip up these days. And
Flights like that will definitely put in the running for favorite disc in the bag.
oh, we get a replay too. Yeah, I'm going to be using the good boy for shots like this, but I hadn't quite dialed it in yet. So I'm still going back to that A5. I've had it for a few years. It does what I like. And this is the Takapoo that he hits flat, even a little Anheuser out of the hand. Trust the stability.
Oh my goodness. That's what you got to do on holes like this.
The way his discs just spin on the ground.
Oh,
There's OB over there. Ends up safe, though.
yeah.
Nice putt from Jacob. He's got a little streak going on, 5 of his last 6 after a slow start. He's putting the pressure on me.
Time to get things rolling. Like I said, Jacob has definitely done things that have led him to maybe gain a little more comfortability on the round. You've kind of been a little up and down, so definitely time to lock in. You've hit some great putts.
I mean, that guy's front 9. Look at it. It started 6 for 7 to start. Is just rough trying to catch.
Yep, and I got a feeling, there's some hunters back there, some apex predators on other cards. So
Talking about Corey Ellis.
yeah, I mean, specifically,
Matt Bell charging.
Bell was like 6 through 7, I think, when I looked just to see how your guys' match was shaking up. So yeah,
It's shaking up. Levi Stout is doing what he does on TDU coverage, and that is a lot of birdies, a lot of really good putts, just making good decisions and pouring in the basket.
yeah, I love it. Obviously, Bradley's in there. Yeah, I mean, people are having a day. Francis Orange finding his way around Latta Lake, nice and clean.
Ooh, yeah.
What a shot.
We love to see pups at Go Throw events. 4th event of the Tour Down Under, guys. The MVP Discs Bottle Lake Open. Front 9 is over. There's just the back 9 to go, and we crown the last champion of the New Zealand trip before we head back and see you guys stateside.
Man, I don't want to hear that. I had such a beautiful round with my card today. It was like probably one of the best rounds of disc golf I played, vibes-wise. It was just incredible. New Zealand just always brings it.
Yeah, it never lasts long enough. For Tall Paul Oman, I'm Luke Humphries. It's been a pleasure being with you guys here on Go Throw Coverage. 9 holes left. Come join us for it. We crown a champion next.